these are not official news, but I have seen both of these circulating a lot over the past week. So first off, GTA 4 remaster. Apparently, this is something that's happening. I did see, I think like a year or two ago, I did see this start kicking up that this was a rumor, and it's like kicking back up again to where I think they're getting closer to where they may actually be announcing a remaster for GTA 4. I'm all on board. Um,
Yes.
GTA 4 was not like, this may sound crazy because this should have been like my GTA game, but it wasn't because I really wasn't allowed to play GTA for a while, and so that's probably why. In place of where I would be playing GTA 4 was where I was playing Saints Row 2 because my mom didn't know what Saints Row 2 was. Um, so like I didn't fully play through GTA 4 until like probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And I've beaten GTA 4. I've beaten the Ballad of Gay Tony. I've never beaten Lost in the Damned. I've never like just I've fallen off of it every time I've played it. So getting a remaster, I would absolutely love because I would love to dive into those, but in like a more advanced way. Because like those games, even though it's still very playable, it is kind of dated, and like I think the
Yes.
visuals of it, I think because they wanted Liberty City to symbolize New York and be very like foggy and stuff, it is a little like visually, it is a little like shitty. Um, because there's just like crazy amounts of like smog and shit all over the screen and whatnot. But yeah, if they could fix that and kind of make this a obviously this ain't gonna be on GTA 6's level of graphics, so anybody expecting that needs to kind of check themselves. But it is definitely gonna be probably maybe closer to like PS4 GTA 5 levels of graphics. So that will be really cool if we do get that. So I'm hoping that that happens for sure.
Yeah, that'd be absolutely dope. GTA 4 was my first GTA. I remember playing that a lot when I was a kid. I remember the online mode for that. Compared to nowadays, it's obviously very nothing.
Yeah,
Back then, back in like 2009, 10, that shit was great. That was so much
yeah.
fun. I had
I
such a
do
blast with that.
I do stand corrected because I was at some point I wasn't playing it originally, but then at some point I was playing Ballad of Gay Tony. So Ballad of Gay Tony is probably my first technical GTA game. I wasn't playing GTA 4. I was because they released Ballad of Gay Tony and Lost and Damned like on its own as its like own games. So Ballad of Gay Tony was probably my first GTA game, but I never played the story. I always just like drove around and shot people and things like that. But I do remember like 2012, 2013 before 5 came out, me and my friends played GTA 4 online a lot, and there was fuck all to do in that, especially compared to GTA Online, dude. Holy shit. All you could do was drive around. Like, that's pretty much all you could do is drive around and, like, kill each other or kill pedestrians. I think there was, like, certain game modes, but they weren't even that great. I know, what was it, like, Cops and Robbers or whatever, that was, like, a big game mode that everybody played. Other than that, I can't name you a single game mode that was in that.
Yeah.
So,
But I remember having a very fun time with it. I do hope that they actually go through with it and remaster the game. I think that'd be a fun pickup to play again at some point.
it definitely would. Especially if, um, I mean, I don't see them getting it out before GTA 6, but if they are able to get it out, like if they've been working on it and they're able to get it out in like January, February, and we could play it before we hop into GTA 6, that would be even better. Because I don't
That'd be
know
dope. Yeah.
if we're playing GTA 6, I don't know if we're going to be like, all right, let's stop playing GTA 6 to go play this GTA 4
Yeah.
remaster.
Yeah.
So if they could get it out early next year before GTA 6 drops, that would be really cool to kind of dive into. Especially if you play that, then you go play 5 again, and then you go right into 6. That would be really, really cool. So yeah, not official news from what we know, but I have seen it a lot over the past week. I just wanted to talk about that, as well as Spider-Man 4, and I'm not talking about Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4. I am talking about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 that was obviously canceled in like 2010. This is another thing that I've seen kicked up a lot where people have been, again, obviously people have always wanted this movie, and then after No Way Home came out, people were petitioning and wanting this movie, but it didn't really gain any traction. I've been seeing some rumblings of like a social media movement that is kind of on the verge of like happening here about getting a Raimi Spider-Man 4, and I think it's been kicked up even more because now Kirsten Dunst has like commented on it. I believe she was promoting a movie on like GMA or something like that this week, and they said, "Hey, a lot of fans seem to want this. It's kind of going off on Twitter right now. What are your thoughts?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah, I'd love to come back as long as like Sam Raimi's a part of it." She didn't even say, she was like, if there's a good director, but as long as Sam Raimi's a part of it. So she was saying even if he doesn't direct it, if it's a different director, but as long as he's involved, I'm all on board. So that obviously like added fuel to the fire. So that's another thing that obviously I would love to see happen. Um, I think it would be awesome to see kind of like a conclusion to these characters that we obviously grew up with and love. And we did get to see one of them again, in No Way Home and stuff like that. but I would love to check back in with Mary Jane and whatnot. I think it'd be really cool, especially if they get Bryce Dallas Howard to come back as Gwen Stacy for that movie and things like that. To see that version of those characters grown up, probably have kids, struggling with bills and taxes and all that stuff would be really cool to see. Toby kind of kick himself into gear one last time. I think it would be great.